Good day, sir. I am Joshua Miguelia, and I am here to present to you the RSA and elliptic curve calculator. First, let's have a brief introduction about the RSA. RSA is a public key crypto system that is widely used for secure data transmission. It is also one of the oldest. The acronym of RSA comes from the surname of Ron West, Adi Shamir, and Leonard Adelman, who publicly described the algorithm in 1977. An equivalent system was developed secretly in 1973 at GCHQ by English mathematician Clifford Cox. That system was declassified in 1997. So let's talk about how RSA calculator works.
RSA calculator. This guide is intended to help with understanding the workings of RSA public key encryption and description scheme. No provision are made for high precision arithmetic, nor have the algorithm been encoded for efficiency when dealing with large numbers. First step is to compute n as the product of two prime number P and Q. Now let's put 13 and 29. And let's check for the primality. So P and Q is a prime number. The value of P and Q provided the modulus n is also a number. R equals P minus 1 times Q minus 1. Which is very important. You will need to find two numbers E and D whose product is a number equal to 1 mod R. Below it appears the list of some numbers which equal 1 mod R. You will use this list in step 2. So this is the P and Q. The sum of P and Q. The 13 times 28 is 337. Then P minus 1. 13 minus 1 equals 12 times 29 minus 1 equals 28. 12 times 28 is 336. And these are the candidates of 1 mod R. Step 2. Find the number equal to 1 mod R, which can be factored. Now let's put 28 for the perfect square para ma-factor. So enter the candidate value in the box, click the box button to factor it. So the answer is 2 times 2 equals 4 times 7 equals 28. In short, 4 times 7 equals 28. Step 3, find two numbers that are relatively prime to n and for which E times D equals 1 mod R. Use factorization info above the factor K into two numbers E and D. Click the button of correctness. If your choices of E and D are acceptable, you should see the message E times D mod R equals 1 and E and R are relatively prime and D and R are relatively prime at the end of this box. So let's put 1 for E and let's put 1 for D. Let's check. So the E and N are relatively prime and D and N are relatively prime also. And also the E and R and D and R. Step 4, use the encode and decode message. For example, let's put hello world. In message in numeric form encrypted, this is the form that the encrypted word hello world. The message numeric form is 072101 and maraming numbers. The encrypted text is 72101 108 111 32 119 111 114 108 and 100. And this is the decrypted message of the encrypted word hello world. And for the final, it is the decoded message text hello world.
Next is elliptic curve. In mathematics, an elliptic curve is a plane algebraic curve defined by an equation of the form y squared equals x squared plus ax plus b. That is non-singular. That's it. It has no cusp of self-intersections. Elliptic curves are especially important in number theory. They constitute a major area of current research. For example, they were used in the proof by Andrew Willis of Fermat's last theorem. They also find applications in elliptic curve cryptography, or ECC, and integer factorization. An elliptic curve is not an ellipse, not to be confused with ellipse. Topologically, a complex elliptic curve is a torus.